Hey guys, welcome back. How is everybody doing today? All right. Hi, hey guys. Hey, how are you? Hi, hello. Hopefully everybody can hear me. I think the mic is working, so far so good. So, how is everybody doing this Friday fright night? How is everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing good. Let me go ahead and turn my hat around. I see why. I see why. That should have fixed it. Every time I go like this, it turns off the audio completely. So like if I bump into it by accident, it will do that. I didn't realize actually it was on red until I looked down. Hi, how are you, Carol? Hello, Cheyenne. Hello, Mayor Domains. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah, no, it if you smack this thing, the audio turns off. So that's probably what happened. Was I accidentally bumped into it and the audio turned off, but it just cuts it completely. It's kind of handy. It's kind of handy. Let's see. How are you guys doing? Yes, we're going to talk about several things. Not only are we going to talk about, obviously, horror films, the paranormal, and probably stuff along those lines, but we're going to be talking about some movies that have come out and I've seen. And if you've seen them too, that's awesome. I'm happy to hear it. How are you? Thank you so much to Paranormal Attractions for joining. I'm good. Been watching ghost videos all day. Well, there you go. That's it's always fun. I'm doing pretty good Paranormal Attractions. It's been a pretty busy few days editing the Batman reaction, posting that, posting all over social media, trying to get more supporters on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and all that stuff, and just kind of just been kicking out a lot of content, really. So, but other than that, I've been doing pretty solid. So, thank you so much for asking. I finally got around to watching Halloween 2, but had a hell of a time trying to find it anywhere. Are we talking about the Rob Zombie Halloween 2 or just the original Halloween 2? The original Halloween 2 is kind of a pain in the ass to come across. I think though Shudder has Halloween 2 on it now, I think. I think it does. Don't quote me on that. I might be wrong about that. Latex Whistle Down. Hi, how are you doing? Thank you so much for joining. By the way, guys, slay that like button if you are hopping on in and still enjoy this content. Really does mean a lot. I've been doing okay. We're going to be talking about the Batman, obviously. The original. I had a feeling you meant the original Halloween 2. The original Halloween 2 is a good fun time though. What did you think of it, Cheyenne? I could never get into the Halloween movies. Kind of boring to me. And you know what? I can understand that too. Do you think Rob Zombie should finish off his Halloween trilogy, or is it too late? I think... I don't know. If you can do Avatar now, you know, Avatar 2 is coming out. And Avatar, the first one came out in, like, I think around the same time as Halloween 2 did. I think probably about the same year. I think it wasn't Avatar, didn't Avatar come out in like 2008 or 2009? I think Halloween 2 came out in 2009. I mean, that's over 10 years of waiting. I think it's too late. I think it would be too late. And I think the way they ended it, it was kind of a good solid way to end it. I mean, Michael Myers, spoiler alert if you haven't seen Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, but Michael Myers, you know, gets shot and kind of very similar to the first movie's ending. And I think they could have just ended it there. I think he did a fine first Halloween film, but his Halloween 2 almost to me was unbearable. I can almost have no interest in ever going back and revisiting Halloween 2 by Rob Zombie. There's something about it that just really just bums me out, and I don't know what it is. Like visually, it's a beautiful movie, but like The characters, he did them dirty. He did them really dirty, and I just was not a fan of how he did them, personally. I know there's some people out there who find it to be a probably like I'd go as far as saying a cult classic in some regards. People are actually beginning to really build up the hype for it now more so than ever. But it has its audience. It's just I couldn't get into it. Yes. Luna, yes, I overthink a lot. Yes, you're right. Perfectly an understandable question. Have you tried soap today? Soap today? Like soap? Like as in taking a shower and washing myself? Yes. Maybe because they turn Loomis into a twit. Yeah, they turn him into a twit. And I think the end of Halloween 2 was probably just a good way to end it all, I think. I almost feel like Rob Zombie almost understood that his movie probably would not do that well. And that's why he kind of ended it on a note to where you could almost guess whether or not she died at the end and just went to heaven or hell. Seeing her mom in that room, I almost feels like it could have been that, or she went to an insane asylum. Michael Myers and Loomis could have just ended it there. That film made no sense to me whatsoever. I understand he's like a visual storyteller, but and he was really trying to make it just feel like it felt like a music video, to be honest with you. Yeah, Shudder took it off. I had a feeling it probably did. FaZe Rug has a new video up featuring Sam and Colby. They went to a creepy tunnel. I saw that, Carol. I actually follow them on Twitter, and I saw the post that they shared. Braden, how are you doing? Thank you so much for joining, man. I really appreciate it. By the way, guys, slay that like button. I see that there's several people watching, and we only have 3 likes. So if you can, please go and slay that like button. It means a lot. It really does. It's a very easy way to support the videos. It's just right there. All it is a click. You know what I mean? But yeah, I know I saw that they posted more content on other people's channels and stuff. I know a lot of people have been asking me to go and check out the Amanda and her friends video, which they do at the Stanley Hotel, and I might do that. Who knows? I think I'm gonna be watching the John Wayne Gacy tapes for Patreon tonight. And again, I don't post. Documentary stuff on my channel. I normally keep that on Patreon because I feel like the patrons deserve that extra kind of content. So, my bad for forgetting to like all the time. Don't worry about it. You don't have to apologize for not liking. I mean, I understand. It's easy to forget to like videos, especially if you even if you love the video, it's easy to forget to like them. I have a crush on Spider-Man Peter. Which Spider-Man are you talking about? Are you talking about Spider-Man from, you mean Tom Holland Spider-Man, or are you talking about Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield? Or are you talking about the animated series? You should do like a showcase or something where you show us all of your decorations that you have, because man, you have a lot. I really do. I really do. Oh, happy birthday, Mick. That's awesome. That's awesome. Happy birthday, dude. Thank you so much. And I appreciate you watching this on your birthday. That's awesome. I figured you'd be going out and celebrating or something. You're a really good YouTuber. Oh, thank you so much, Braden. I really appreciate that. Hopefully one day, I have my set goals for the channel. Obviously, I've always wanted to dominate in something that I've wanted to do with my life. So, if I had, I'm aiming to get a YouTube plaque at some point. I really am. I feel like I would love to get a YouTube plaque. It would show that I've really accomplished something with the channel. And I feel like I've already accomplished something with 10,000 subs. I feel like I've already accomplished, a community, but I mean, to actually have a physical proof of just it right there, I mean, it would be so ever. I was thinking about that today, to be honest with you. I saw, the boys posted another YouTube plaque because they get, they make, almost 7 different YouTube channels, and then they upload on every single YouTube channel, and they get, a plaque for every channel. So, you haven't gotten one yet? No, you don't get one until you hit 100,000 subscribers. So I need at least 90,000 more subscribers before I can get a YouTube plaque. So, that's why you don't see one on the wall or nothing. But when you hit 100,000 subs, you get your first YouTube plaque, and then when you hit, I think, 1,000,000 subs, you get your big YouTube plaque. So I have a long ways to go, but I'm gradually waiting for it. I'm hoping that someday it happens. I think we have a good audience here, so I'm almost trying to, even if it takes a slow amount of time, I'm glad that the people I'm bringing into the community are a bunch of nice, respectable people. For the most part, I think, I love the community, so don't get me wrong. How have you been, Jordan? I've been doing pretty good, Lee. Thank you so much for asking. How have you been doing? Everybody, please like the stream and share to every social media platform. Yeah, 1,000,000 is the gold plaque. Yep, you're exactly right, Mirror Domains. 1,000,000 subscribers is the big gold plaque. When you hit 100,000 subscribers, you get the small silver plaque, which I think when you hit like 100 million subscribers, you get that diamond plaque or something like that, like a ruby plaque. But yeah, it takes a long time for people to hit that. Sometimes people just blow up. As I've said, if you have a channel and someone gives you like a shout out and something and saying, you know, this guy deserves more subscribers, people blow up pretty fast. But I have not gotten that treatment. I don't have people telling me they need to check out my channel. My channel is just very much in itself its own unique thing. So, and I'm fine with that. Woo, already at 9 likes. Now we're at 10 likes. You deserve all the plaques. I appreciate that, Carol. I appreciate that. And I always tell people the best way to help this is to share on social media. Share it on your Instagrams, your Facebooks, your Twitter, whatever you have. Share the channel. Recommend it to your friends. Do things like that. It helps a lot. And then me and your friends can have conversations like we're having right now with you guys. It's just about word of mouth, I would think. Word of mouth plays a big part in building a YouTube channel for sure. Mine's very small, not a lot of word of mouth, which is fine. That's nothing I'm like aiming for right away. I'm fangirling. Dude, Zendaya is also one of my celebrity crushes. I'm fangirling. Hey, there you go. There you go. Zendaya, yep. Hey, even smaller channels can inspire. You inspired me to start live streaming, and now I stream 6 times to 7, so kudos. You know what's weird, Mirror Domains, dude? I used to watch your channel when I had like 500 subs. I used to watch your channel, and I'm like, oh my god, you know, he hit... Sorry, there's like a hair. He hit like 1,000 subscribers, and that's so awesome. I never thought I was going to hit 1,000 subscribers. You've inspired me. The way you professionally talk about films and stuff is also a very big inspiration. I very much got inspired by that. Very much so, and I was very shocked when I actually grew as much as I did on this channel, on this platform. I was surprised that I surpassed people I used to watch all the time, and I still watch actually. So it's crazy. It's such a crazy platform, and that really actually is awesome for you to say. I'm very shocked to hear that. Thank you so much. That's awesome. So you guys both inspired each other. Nice. Absolutely. Yeah, Mirror Domains is right, though. I mean, even smaller YouTube channels can inspire bigger channels to do things differently. I mean, Patreon is finally working for me now, but YouTube took away my membership because my credit card issue. That's understandable, and don't worry about the membership thing. That's fine. I understand. But that's good that Patreon is finally letting you watch stuff again. That's really awesome. Mike, thank you so much for joining, man. Thank you so much. Don't have any social media unless you count YouTube. Yeah, I guess YouTube is sort of a social media kind of thing, but it's not really. It's not really. It's kind of, but not really. Not on the level of like Instagram, Twitter, where that's basically all you do is social media. I will comment on Sam and Colby's videos to try to get you a shout out because you deserve it. Aw, thank you so much, Braden. Yeah, if you guys are Sam and Colby watchers, go on to their channel. Dude, I'm scared they're going to watch my videos one day and just blast me to hell for criticizing them so much. That's one of my fears. People are like, you know, I'd love to see you and Sam and Colby do a collaboration and stuff. And it's like, no, like as sweet, as awesome as that would probably be, I would feel so awkward being the person I am with my opinions and then watching my videos and then wanting to like, do a collaboration or something. I'd feel so embarrassed, man. I'd feel so bad because it's like, you know, I do have an opinion about certain comedic things that they do. So it's not like, you know, it's nothing personal. I've never something personal. Their videos are obviously doing way better than mine, and they are successful fucking YouTubers, and I have all the high respect for them, but I mean, I even criticize PewDiePie. I mean, I say the craziest things about PewDiePie sometimes. I'm like, you know, that guy used to be so funny and so awesome to watch, but now I almost can't even stand his content anymore. But the guy gets like 1 million views for each video he posts. Even if the videos aren't even all that great, he still gets like millions of views. So I'll be going to the gym at 3:30 with my dad. Haven't gone since my dad had a head cold. That's understandable, man. Yeah, I want you to collab with Sam and Colby and then do Estes Method. The Estes Method would be fucking insane, wouldn't it? Name's Jasmine. How have you been? I'm doing good, Jasmine. Thank you so much. How are you? How have you been doing? Keep up the good work. T-Bone, thank you so much, man. And I see that you've been a member for a couple months. That's awesome. Thank you so much. I don't comment often, but I'm always watching, and I appreciate that, man. I really do. I really appreciate that. What is that clown mask in the back hanging on? It's a mask stand. I bought it from I think I bought it from like Immortal Masks or something. It's like a mask stand you can buy to put your masks on. So that's what I bought that from. That's what it is. It's like in the shape of someone's face and stuff. It's kind of cool. Tomorrow night, the Batman. Yeah, baby. Yeah. When you get done watching that, Shane White, I'm not sure if you watched my reaction, but I hope you wait until after you watch it yourself. But that was a fun movie, man. I know people really are hating on it, but I utterly enjoyed it. I hear streaming services to have ads now like YouTube does. Oh, really? Really? That's interesting. That's interesting. I've been posting all over social media though. Love your videos. You got your notifications on. Got your notifications on. Thank you for videos and that they are appropriated. Even watch some non-Sam and Colby ones. Oh, thank you so much. I mean, yeah, because and this is just the blunt reality. I make no money off Sam and Colby videos. I don't make no money. So when you watch other videos like my movie reactions or something along those lines, I mean, and you give those views, I mean that really helps out a lot. I always say that the best way to support the channel, and especially if you are one of those people who want to see this channel continue as much as you do, definitely go over our Patreon page and become a patron, support it on there, because reaction channels, and this ain't even just for my reaction channel, this is for a lot of reaction channels. When you do reaction channels, you kind of have to like face the facts and reality of like copyright claims, possible strikes, things along those lines. So Patreon is like the best place to do it. You can support the channel all over there because I have so many videos with copyright claims and you just can't get ad revenue off them. So and I'm fine with that. I don't mind that, but especially when you want to do YouTube for like an actual career, you gotta make something happen with something, financially. So I have notifications on too. Yeah, if you have not hit that bell notification, definitely hit the bell notification. It lets you know when I post, and I post as often as I can. I appreciate that. Having pizza for dinner after. Hey, dude, I actually just took a walk. It's fucking beautiful outside. I took a walk not too long ago, and I had pizza last night, as a matter of fact. So that's kind of cool. Yesterday was my little sister's birthday, so we had pizza for dinner. So yeah, and a lot of you guys have become patrons too. And I gotta warn you, Patreon will charge you up front. So if you're one of those people who will like, and there's dude, you have no idea. I had like over 60 people like jump on Patreon and they became members and stuff for like literally a day or two, and then they would exit because what they would do would they would just jump on into Patreon, and then they would watch the content they wanted to watch and then get off there immediately so they didn't have to pay for nothing. So now it charges you up front. So if you decide you want to become a patron just to look at the stuff and then leave, just be aware that it's going to charge your card the second you decide to become a patron. So, and I think that's for the better because I had a lot of people kind of jump on into Patreon and started like, I wouldn't say stealing, but they definitely watching that content for free that people were paying for and then leaving. And yeah. Do you stream on Twitch? I have several times. People normally don't watch my Twitch streams, so I just decided to stop that because I've been already posting on every other social media platform I can. I'm glad Patreon charged me before someone stole my card number. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad you're happy that it charged you instead of, making you wait. So yeah, and I feel like, if you really want to become a patron, I bet you it feels probably a lot better when you actually like get charged right up front. You feel like you've actually like you paid your fare, you deserve this content. You earn this content for paying, so, and I feel better about that. But yeah, if you are a patron, be ready because I'm going to be reacting to the John Wayne Gacy tapes on Netflix here soon, so that's going to be exciting. I love that you react to Sam and Colby for the content, even though you aren't getting money off of it. I love you even more for that. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Just became a patron. Well, thank you so much, Jasmine. That is fucking sweet of you. Thank you so much. Our goal for Patreon right now, guys, is can you do more live reactions? You know what? I might. Actually, yeah, I wouldn't probably doubt it if I started actually doing that by the end of this live stream. I would not be surprised. So yeah, our goal on Patreon, and I see that, yeah, you just became a patron. Thank you so much. That really is sweet of you. Our goal for Patreon right now is 150 patrons. We are at 46 now, thanks to Jasmine there. We are at 46 patrons now out of 150. So our goal is 150, and then we're going to raise the goal. So that's our first goal is 150. So we can probably try to get better equipment as soon as we hit the 150 mark. So thank you so much, Jasmine, for that. That was a very sweet thing you just did for me. Thank you so much. It does that, Latex. It does that, man. Yeah, it can glitch out sometimes. I think it's because if I talk really fast, it might not be able to pick it up as calmly. So I got to learn how to talk a little bit slower. I think that might help it out so much. Glad I could join. Thank you so much, name's Jasmine. Thank you so much. And how are you doing, Ian? Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you hopping on into the live stream. Hit that like button, guys, if you are hopping on in here and enjoying the conversation. Now we can talk about anything you guys want to talk about. If there's anything you want us to talk about, we will talk about it. So be sure to throw that in there, and maybe I will do. It seemed like a lot of people actually enjoyed the fact that I was like using super chat as a way for people to like recommend videos on live streams. So if you guys want me to possibly react to anything by the end of this live stream on live, then throw in a super chat, and I will, whatever you want me to react to, I will react to. Now it can't be like really inappropriate. It can't be like, you know, nudity and shit, because that you can get really in serious trouble for that. But if you have any recommendations, then there you go. Any plans for the weekend? That is a solid question. That is a solid question. Hold on, I'm gonna check my. That is a solid question, I would say. Name's Jasmine. I don't know right away, honestly, right now. Maybe I might come up with something. Probably filming. Filming is something I do almost all the time now. I mean I film so much and I edit so much. That's pretty much what I do. That's what my life's come to. But I enjoy it, so I can't help it. Doing good, thanks. Hope you are good too. I'm doing very, very good. Thank you so much, Ian. I'm glad you're doing good too. Thank you for commenting and being a part of the live stream. Hey, how's it going, Pumpkin 420? How are you doing, Pumpkin 420? It's going solid. I'm doing pretty good. Still thinking about the Batman movie. I got can't wait to watch the Gacy tapes. Gacy is one of those killers, man. I almost said characters. No, he was a real person. Gacy is one of those people, man, who gets under my skin, hardcore. So to watch a documentary or a series on him is going to be very interesting. Out of the new Scream, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and Halloween Kills, which is your favorite? I'll rank them. And I might get some smack for this, but I will rank those really quick. I would say Halloween Kills, my favorite of those three. Halloween Kills. I'm gonna get hate. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre is my second favorite, and Scream as my third favorite. And that's not bashing Scream at all. I really enjoyed Scream. I really enjoyed them all. But Texas Chainsaw Massacre, to me, I thought got way more hate than it deserved. Way more hate than it deserved. I thought it was a fun, good time, and they did something different, which I appreciated. So, I really like I've only seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre once and Scream once, so I almost feel like my opinions could change after this, but I would have to watch them again, both again. But as it stands right now, Halloween Kills is my favorite, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is my second favorite, and then third is Scream. Let's see here. Me remains. I had fun with the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Me too, man. I was surprised when I got so much hate. Out of the new Scream Texas. Okay, making sure. What's up, nerds? Alpha Nick. What's up, nerd? How are you doing, man? Thank you so much. On break at the moment. Hell yeah. I thought you said you hated Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Oh heck no, I don't hate it at all. I don't hate it at all, man. I can understand the hate. That's where you might have gotten mixed up. I've said I actually understand the hate for it. I really do, but I really enjoyed it. I can understand the hate, though. I know where it's coming from. I really do. Your channel is one of my favorites, by the way. I'm not much of a commenter on the videos, but I try to catch these lives as well. Well, that is fucking sweet of you to say. Thank you so much. It's crazy, man, when you have people who actually tell you they prefer your channel over something along the lines of PewDiePie. But not everybody's into PewDiePie, you know? Not everybody's into the gaming videos, so a lot of people just like hearing opinions and movie talk. People like that kind of simple stuff. So I love that. Thank you so much. I actually like the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie too, but I also get why people don't like it. Exactly, Pumpkin. Exactly. It's not hard to see why. I wouldn't even call it a guilty pleasure in my eyes. I actually genuinely think it's a little good film. So I ain't a nerd when it comes to movies, dude. I'm a fucking nerd. I'm a fucking nerd. Like, even if I told you I'm not a nerd, you can look at the background and say this guy's a fucking movie nerd. So I can't even lie about it. And I don't like lying, for one. My favorite is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Second favorite, least favorite is second favorite Scream. Least favorite is Halloween Kills. So basically, no, that's awesome. That's a good respectable ranking right there. I can understand the hate for Halloween Kills too. I really can. New favorite of mine too. Aw, thank you so much, Cheyenne. That's a fucking nice thing for you to say. Thank you so much. My dog likes watching you for some reason, and I don't blame them. Animals genuinely just like me. Pewdie, who? Hee hee. Texas Chainsaw gave me nightmares when I was little. The original one is in my top like 10 favorite films of all time. I love the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I've seen that film so many times now. I love that film. Brayden. My mom visited the chainsaw location when she was a teenager, and she and a friend hitchhiked to Texas. That is epic. If you like the new Texas Chainsaw, then you'll like X. I've been dying to see X. I have really been dying to see it. You have a great background. Well, thank you so much. I put a lot of effort into it, and that background would not have happened if a lot of you subscribers actually did not send me stuff. Most of that stuff in the background was sent to me, believe it or not. So it would not have looked that awesome without people sending me stuff, for sure. And it's such cool stuff. It's hard not to display. Actually, that shirt you see hanging, Carol, you see that shirt hanging back there on the Goosebumps blanket in the back, like next to the Freddy Krueger picture, and that shirt is actually from the gas station from the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Me and Michael went there in October, and I bought that shirt there. So the door is my favorite. The bloody door is my favorite. I'm very happy how that turned out. Yeah, actually, it wasn't even supposed to be blood. It was supposed to be melted cotton candy from like Killer Clowns from Outer Space, but people think it's blood, so I'm just gonna let them think it's blood. Hey, it's pretty close, isn't it? X is the perfect Texas Chainsaw reboot. I love hearing stuff like that. The bloody door is my favorite. You have a great background. Thank you guys so much. That really is awesome. How is your family doing? Hope they are well. My family is doing very, very decent. Thank you so much for asking. That is very sweet of you to ask. Nice, badass, LOL. I know, right? Any screen used items? At the gas station, there were several screen used items. They had the outfits for Grandpa and Drayton Sawyer, the cook, actually framed inside the gas station, which was really, really fucking neat. It was like the Grandpa's black jacket and Drayton Sawyer's shirt when they had him framed on the walls, and that was really neat. But I don't have no. I personally do not have any screen used items in my collection. I love some, but I don't. I'm looking for Harry Potter glasses, even though I haven't watched it. I told you that. Yeah. That's awesome. By the way, guys, hit that like button if you guys are hopping on in here and enjoying the conversation so far. I see several of you guys have hopped on in, so I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. One day I'll send you something that no one will have. My studio has its own employee merch shop. That's awesome. That's awesome, and that's very sweet of you. That, by the way, you don't have to, but that is very sweet of you. Which one had the scene where they ate the chili and found a finger? Oh, fuck. I know what movie you're talking about. Oh, God. They found the finger in the chili. I think that was the 2003, or that was the beginning. I think that was the beginning. I think that was Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the beginning. Ian, how is church? Ian, church is doing really good. He was in my room actually about 20 to 30 minutes ago. Actually, it was before this live stream, so... let's see. How long have we been streaming for? About 40 minutes ago. About 40 minutes ago, Church was inside the room hanging out, but he had to go out because he would mess up the room. But that made me laugh so hard, LOL. I'm surprised nothing in the background is falling. Most of it is pretty, I put it on some sturdy stuff. I mean, I made it sure that it wasn't going to fall. Some things have fallen once or twice in the past, but I kind of try to make it as sturdy as I can. Was it Texas Chainsaw 2? Yeah, no, it was, in Texas Chainsaw 2, I think they found a tooth inside the, chili. Wasn't it a tooth? I thought it was a tooth. Which do you like, cheesy horror or gore? Both. I'm a fan of both, man. That's hard to choose. Is black licorice the worst movie snack? It's one of my worst movie snacks. I can't stand black licorice. I have a Spider-Man No Way Home hoodie with the studio name on it. I love it. Oh, that's so dope to hear. That is awesome, Cheyenne. I'm just waiting for one of those faces to move. I know, right? I think a lot of people actually anticipate that too. A lot of people anticipate my background moving in some places. And it has in some videos. I can't remember which ones, but in the past videos, this stuff has moved in the background before. Take a sip of water to stay hydrated. Now that I think about it, that's probably how that mic turned off at first, was because I hit it with my water bottle. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing a movie reaction to Spider-Man No Way Home. I have to go. Bye, guys. Okay, Brayden, thank you so much for joining, man. You're a badass. Thank you so much. I appreciate you hopping on in here. How long did that background take to set up? Not too long. I kind of had my own vision of what I wanted, but I would probably say about... And I always add stuff in there. I remember adding stuff in there all the time. When people send me new stuff, I always try to work it in there some way. So I'm always working on it, but it not too long. I think I remember your Jason mask shifting in one video. That's creepy. I did not know that. I had a slice of pizza in the theater last night. I like to change it up every now and then. A slice of pizza while watching movies, dude, that is the way to go. Watching some movies with pizza. I don't know if most of you guys know this, but my goal one day, if this channel ever hits a million or a few million subscribers, is to buy a piece of land and build a movie drive-in, our own personal drive-in. I always thought that would be such a cool thing to do. That's one of my goals in life, is to build our own drive-in that's very retro, very 80s, very 70s, make it feel like back in the day. That's one of my personal goals. I would love that, and I would love that this channel would be like the forefront of that, and people would recognize, maybe I can hang up the plaques there, maybe I can do stuff like that. That's one of my goals in life. What's your favorite thing in the background? That is a tough question, man. Oh, that is a tough question. I love everything in the background. I really do. I've kind of grown. I'll tell you this. My favorite of recent times is probably the Annabelle doll. I just, for some reason, have been enjoying that thing back there. But yeah, I had pizza for dinner today, and I had it ham and mushrooms. Ham and mushrooms. That fucking sounds awesome, man. Aside from popcorn, what other snacks do you like? Reese's Pieces. I love Reese's Pieces. That's a fun one. I love nachos, even though nachos aren't really a popular thing in the movie theaters anymore. But I've enjoyed nachos. Let's see, what else do I enjoy? Reese's Pieces. I said Reese's Pieces, and Sour Patch Kids. Reese's Pieces and Sour Patch Kids. That's right. Speaking of the cryptid stream, did you see the comment I made on it? I have not, and I saw someone commented where the BTS reactions been. The BTS reactions lately haven't been doing well on views, so I kind of shifted apart from that for a little bit. I will probably do more in the future, obviously, but they're not really doing well on views. I think they've only gotten to like 200 views tops, where the other ones were like up in the thousands to 4,000 to 5,000 and stuff, and it wasn't really blowing up anymore, so I kind of took a break on them. But I will be jumping back into those at some point. I know people have been waiting on those, but they just didn't do well with the views of the more recent ones, at least. I always wanted to build my own haunted house. That's awesome. Yeah, nachos with those pickle jalapenos those are fucking awesome. Yeah, Mirror Domains, you're right. That'd be so cool. Have you ever been to the Warren Museum? I have never been to the Warren Museum. I don't even know if they're still open. I went to the screening of the new Fantastic Beasts, and everything was free. That is dope. That is dope. Yeah, oh, yeah. I would hope that everything was free. I mean, if I was invited to a premiere, I would be like, well, don't make me pay for my popcorn. Don't make me pay for my merch. I haven't been to the movie since American Pie Bandcamp. Oh wow. What movie would you recommend to someone who's just getting into horror movies? I got several, but I would always recommend the original John Carpenter's Halloween. John Carpenter's Halloween is one I just always recommend. It's a very suspenseful film. Doesn't rely on the blood, the gore. It's just suspense and atmosphere, and it's just beautiful. I'd recommend that one, and I would recommend The Exorcist. I would recommend Halloween and The Exorcist above anything else, probably. Let me go back up. I'm kind of missing some questions here. Thank you for joining, Dan. What movie do you recommend? I agree that I can't believe I've ever seen it before. My dad always liked those pretzel nuggets. Pretzel nuggets, yep. Nachos at the cinema are a must. Cheese, salsa, and sour cream all the way. No jalapenos, though. Make me fart like a trooper. The original is available on Blu-ray from the Shout Factory. Oh, hell yeah. Love nachos with salsa. Same here. Oh, my God. I love salsa with my chips. Oh, yeah. Still mad I could not take pictures of the credits. And I understand. I understand that, Cheyenne. But, hey, at least hey, you know, misery is a good way to ease into horror. Misery is that's a pretty out there suggestion. Misery is a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. Good pick. Yes, Halloween is such a good horror movie. It's one of my favorites. Absolutely, I fucking love Halloween. Halloween, Misery is a good one though. That is a good. I'm surprised. The Shining is another one that I would recommend people checking out. But there's certain things about The Shining people don't like, and that's how long the movie is. So The Shining might not be one of the ones I recommend right off the back. I'm a vegan. Hey, hey, that's cool. I can't help but have. I love my meat. I cannot not. That's so hard. Like to not eat meat. I can't help it. Don't hate me. Don't hate me. And It is another one. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good pick. I say The Exorcist and Halloween are just some of the most suspenseful films I've ever seen that don't rely on a lot of the things that horror movies rely on now. Thank you for your recommendations. I appreciate you asking. No problem. Absolutely, 100%. I will recommend and recommend. A Nightmare on Elm Street is another one that a lot of people Love. The Conjuring is another one. The first Conjuring film is a good one too. But yeah, if we're talking like older films, The Exorcist, Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street are some great ones to recommend. Don't tell me you like Hocus Pocus. I do like Hocus Pocus. I do like Hocus Pocus. I don't care. I don't care what you say. I like Hocus Pocus, man. I fucking grew up with that shit. I do. It is the reason I hate clowns and spiders. Yeah. Misery is the perfect way to how to avoid toxic and obsessive fans. It's the ultimate cautionary tale. And that is true. I love to make nachos with cool original Doritos, cheddar cheese, and salsa. I've done that before. I love Hocus Pocus. I ain't toxic. I won't hate you for being you. Well, thank you so much, Luna. I appreciate that. I love people like that in the community. If you have an opinion, if you have a way of living, then that is your way of living. I binge watch The Conjuring movies more often than I should. I just watched horror stuff on YouTube for ages, and it's been getting into horror movies. That's awesome, though. That's a good way to start. Yeah. Is there a difference between horror and thriller? Yes, there is. Horror. I can't really like tell you right off the top of my head. I'd have to think about that, but I know there is absolutely a difference between horror and thriller. They work well together, I would say, though. But there's a like, how do I say it? A thriller movie compared to a horror film. I'm trying to give examples, really. Misery and Dolores Claiborne is a fantastic double feature to watch. I still need to watch Dolores Claiborne. Halloween Town? You know, I like Halloween Town. I'm not as big of a fan of Halloween Town as Hocus Pocus, but I like Halloween Town. It's a good time. Especially when I was younger. When I was younger, those movies were awesome. I feel like a lot of horror movies nowadays get very repetitive or rely on gore, and that's why I love A24 so much. A24 is one of my favorite studios out there currently. Horror is a slasher stuff, while thriller is either conspiracy or something along those lines. Exactly. That's a good way to put it, yeah. Ever since I had known about the Spider-Man movie, I haven't killed any spiders. Hey! Sometimes Google and IMDb get mixed up, and it's confusing. Yeah. Sam and Colby's Conjuring videos always gives me hella migraines. I think it's the energy from the house because no other video does that. Psycho is a thriller. Friday the 13th is horror. That is a good example right there. Yes. Psycho is a thriller where Friday the 13th is a horror. I would even so as far as saying Silence of the Lambs is more of a thriller than a horror film. It's more of a thriller film than a horror film. Where Silence of the Lambs, yeah. Have you seen the new Scream movie? Yes, I have. Really enjoyed it. I didn't love it, but I enjoyed it. Quite a bit. Were there things I would have changed about it? For sure. There was things I would have changed about it. I don't think we need to rely on nostalgia to make a good Scream film, but I didn't feel like watching it same thing and over in Scream. And I can't really bash Scream at all because I'm a big fan of the Friday the 13th movies, which is arguably just the same thing over and over again. Killer at camp, just killing counselors and stuff, and kids who go there to visit. But I love Friday the 13th. I love it so much. I don't know why. I just grew up with it. I saw my first horror. That was my first horror film, Friday the 13th Part 3. What I love about the original Halloween is it was scary and kept you on the edge of your seat. It didn't need gore, and that is 100% accurate. That is 100% accurate. I agree. Those videos are crazy, and I really want to go there one day. I would love to go there one day. That's why I always say, like, if the channel starts growing more financially, then that is not an impossibility. I would love to make an appointment and go over there and, like, film for one night. Misery is a perfect example of a thriller-based horror. Lots of overlap. Stephen King could not decide what side of the fence he wanted to write on, and that's cool. Friday the 13th is always a go-to classic horror movie. I love Friday the 13th. I can't get over that. Do you guys think Stephen King's It is a horror? Because I think it's just a scary movie. Not a horror, but that's just me. I mean, horror and scary movie kind of fit in the same category, but I think I see what you're saying. I definitely see what you're saying. It's not necessarily a horror film. The original, well, I would actually go as far as saying the original It movie is more of a horror film than the newer one. The newer one is very comedic at points and very it's more of a coming of age story than it is even just a horror film. It's horror, obviously, but like it's more of a coming of age story. Scream is an interesting case, man. Not Scream. It is an interesting case. I don't know why I kept saying Scream. Screen is all black, and oh no, I think I'm lagging. Let's take a look at how bad. What would you think? Let me see how bad. Okay, I got excellent connection. Is anybody else experiencing a lag right now? Do you guys think Stephen King's is horror? Okay. What would you think is the next reimagining of what horror film is for the future, Jordan? What would you think is the next reimagining? Okay, a reimagining of like, I would say a film that I would love to see a reimagining of, and it's actually going to happen. It's actually going to happen. A reimagining of Salem's Lot. I would love to see a reimagining of Salem's Lot. That's done very similar to the original TV miniseries, but more amped and more in your face. If you hate clowns, it's very horrific. I love clowns, man. I love clowns. I have an actual clown collection in my closet. I'm not even joking. The Ass Clown, speaking of clowns, genuinely scariest movie you have ever seen. Genuinely the scariest movie you have ever seen. Pet Cemetery, the original. Pet Cemetery. Hands down, one of the scariest films I ever watched in my life. Still creeps me out to this day and makes me unsettled, gives me cold chills and everything. Probably just me, though. It happened before. It you never know. You never know. I mean, I can understand why my internet might fuck someone's live stream up too. So, as a horror community, don't you reckon we circulate the drain of the same old recycled horror without expanding our viewing collection? Possibly, possibly. Look. You'll always get those because a lot of I mean, at least I would say at least 75% of horror films that come out anymore are very stereotypical, repetitive ideas movies, and you'll that's why I love A24s, because they've come out with horror films that really kind of ask different questions and do different things, and it's not the same old typical shit, which is why I love A24 so much. It's kind of like it's bringing back a time where horror films were so original and so different, instead of trying to cash grab on popular horror films. Like, for example, when Halloween came out, Friday the 13th was made. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, no, not Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I don't know, just a whole bunch of slasher films that came out that tried to copy Halloween, like Slumber Party Massacre. So many crazy, just random slashers came out after Halloween, and they just kind of started cash grabbing. Have you seen the movie 1408? No, I have not. My ex-husband said it was the scariest movie he had ever seen. I laughed all the way through it. I mean, the classics are phenomenal, hands down, but like, we should try different things. And I think I can give examples of movies that try to do different things. The Babadook tried to do something different. It Follows, The Lighthouse. Uh, it's hard to think of films. Midsommar, Hereditary, things like that. Try to do something different and make a more political point in some cases. But yeah, a lot of films anymore, just The Devil's Rejects is a good one. Yeah, I Want More Gremlins. Just reimagined as such as a further sequel, Guilty Pleasure. I think they are making a new Gremlins film, and they're using puppets, which is very exciting. Salem's Lot would be the perfect reimagining. Yeah, Pet Cemetery truly is scary. I agree. I agree. Let's see here. The Ascon Pet Cemetery traumatized my mother. The scene where the boy got killed. My brother was around the age of time. Yeah, dude, Pet Cemetery is literally one of the scariest films I've ever seen in my entire life. Love elevated horror. Yeah. Pet Cemetery is also sad as well. Louis Creed wanted to bring his son back, but it's a terrible price. Came at a terrible price. Absolutely. Yeah. Made you ask very uncomfortable questions. Gremlins was my daddy. Krampus. Krampus is fun. Daddy's favorite. Daddy's fave. I think horror needs to move with the times and technology. I think The Ring in the 90s and the Pulse films, a horror blogger film needs to be made. I agree. I think they are actually starting to do more stuff along those lines. Have you seen As Above, So Below? It was actually a good movie. I saw it in theaters. And yeah, it was a surprisingly good film. And by the way, I didn't say this, but thank you so much, Ass Clown, for that $2, man. That was very sweet of you. I don't know why I didn't say that, but thank you so much, dude. That is a badass thing of you to do. Thank you again. Holy hell. Really, really appreciate that, dude. Sorry, I had a lot of comments jumping in, so I almost missed it, but I went back and quickly caught myself. Mama, dude, Mama was a decent little time. Also, Oculus was a decent one. Don't Breathe was a decent one. The scariest movie for me was Arachnophobia. Arachnophobia is a fun time. I watched that for the first time last year. I have a fear of spiders, and that movie made it worse. There's someone inside the house, felt like a classic slasher, had a fun spin. Wish it had more of a budget. Return of the Living Dead used to scare me, even knowing it's silly. I love Return of the Living Dead, and I can understand why it would scare you. Return of the Living Dead is my top 5 favorite horror films of all time. Love Return of the Living Dead. Not one I recommend to people, but if they start getting into horror and, like, building up their love for it, that's one I definitely recommend. If anyone is interested in the VF side of films, Corridor Crew is a great YouTube channel. They react to good and bad CGI. Well, I'm gonna have to check that out because that does sound interesting. No problem, Jordan. Thank you so much, Ass Clown. That was very sweet, man. What do you think of Jordan Peele? Really enjoy his movies. Get Out was a very original kind of idea, so I really enjoyed that one. I don't love his stuff like a lot of people amp them up to be. I like him a lot. I really enjoyed Get Out. Really enjoyed. I really liked Us. Really looking forward to his new one called Nope. Haven't seen Candyman yet. I know he produced that more than directing it, obviously, but I'm curious to see it. But I'm a decent fan of his stuff. Sorry if I sound like I'm rushing or something, but any updates on the paranormal documentary? Are you talking about like the Why We Believe documentary? You're not rushing nothing. I've decided to just slowly kind of put my stories out in videos. You'll actually see them on YouTube come out every once in a while. I put one out already, my first encounter. And the reason why we're doing that is because we wanted to make a documentary, but unfortunately Michael just doesn't have the time, and it just sort of got to the point where people were really wanting to see it, and I'm like, I'll just go ahead and post my videos one at a time. Gonna hop off here. Sam Woods, thank you so much for joining. Sam, I didn't even know you were here, man. Did you actually comment or anything? Because I don't remember if you commented or not. If I missed your comments, I do apologize. But Sam Wood says, gonna hop off the stream now. It's been fun. Hope you're having a great day today, Jordan. I've been having a good day, man. And I hope you're gonna have a great day too. Thank you so much for jumping on in, dude. I really appreciate that. The Entity still holds up today and still scares the crap out of me, especially that final scene with the spectral voice. Candyman is worth watching, but falls under the requel category. I think a lot of prequel returns, requels, yeah, do that. I really enjoyed Sinister, Texas Chainsaw 1974, still the greatest. I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1974. I have faith in Jordan Peele. I like how he has an eye for African American actors and actresses, and also has a cool horror ideas, not like Rob Zombie, but more of a Rod Sterling Twilight Zone feel. Absolutely, yeah. He's doing a great job. Oh, nice. I'll check it out when it's done. Oh yeah, definitely go check that out. Yeah. Hello, Trent. How are you doing, man? Thank you so much. I think someone else jumped on in here, too. Let me see. Hey, Stu Tank, thank you so much for jumping on in, man. Really appreciate you hopping on in here. Yeah, hit that like button, guys, if you haven't already. It's 3 a.m. here, fun. I'm looking forward to Nope, but the trailer, I am convinced, stands for not of planet Earth. That is an interesting theory. That's an interesting theory, Ian. TikTok, the horror movie. TikTok, the horror movie. Starring, who's a TikTok star? Selena Spooky Boo. By the way, if you guys have not, you guys can follow me on social media like Twitter, Instagram, and every other thing if you guys want to. I have been trying to get more followers on all that kind of stuff. Nicole, hi, how are you doing? Thank you so much for joining. How are you doing on this day today? Definitely Blood Quantum is a new favorite horror of mine. I think I've heard of Blood Quantum. Some people didn't like it. You're with every film that comes out, you're always going to have those haters. I mean, they're always going to be there no matter what. You need to make a short video of how to make a shamrock shake. I could. I might make a YouTube short of doing that. That'd be really fun. TikTok is already a horror in mind. I might do that actually, Mirror Domains. TikTok is already a horror in mind. Yeah, TikTok has unfortunately become more drama based than anything, where people would like to just call each other out over TikTok and say he said this about me, but I mean, it's a back and forth of just drama and bullshit and annoyances. It's very political anymore. No one, I never recommend TikTok, to be honest, because I just think it's just nothing but drama, and life's too short for that kind of shit. So, are you a fan of the Saw films? I've only seen the first two, but what I've seen, I certainly liked. I really enjoyed the first Saw film. James Wan is another one of those directors that I highly love. Loved the Batman. Same here, man. I really enjoyed it a lot. I don't know if I loved it, but I really, utterly enjoyed it. What do you think of Halloween H2O? I love that movie. I love how Jamie Lee Curtis went from scared to hiding to being a badass. What did I think of Halloween H2O? I enjoy Halloween H2O. I'm not a diehard fan of it. I think I still prefer Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills over Halloween H2O, but I understand why people really enjoyed it. I personally didn't like the feel. I don't like that. My Halloween movie felt like a Scream movie. It was a very, very very late 90s, early 2000s type of feel movie. And I'm not a fan of Halloween Resurrection either. We have a Saw-themed roller coaster here in the UK. I heard. I think I've seen videos of that Saw roller coaster. Random, but I thought I'd let you know I'm planning to send you stuff soon at some point. You know, it's interesting. A lot of people are actually sending me stuff now, and it's actually very sweet and awesome of you guys. You don't have to do it, but, you know, our information is down below, so if you guys want to send us anything. I got told I got sent like 4 things yesterday, and it's going to be at our P.O. box at some point, so it's very crazy. It's very interesting. We'll have to do some more retro movie fan mail unboxings. H2O takes me back. I loved H2O. It's a guilty pleasure of mine too. It's a throwback from the Scream era. It is a good throwback. What would you consider a really scary movie but heavily underrated, like a hidden gem? A hidden gem of a horror film. The Changeling with George C. Scott. I think that is one of the most underrated horror films out there. It's unsettling. The ending kind of makes no sense in some cases, but Robert Pattinson actually has always been a good actor. He's a great actor, man. I think that guy gets way more hate than he deserves. Yes, TikTok got so toxic. It was fun back then, but now it's just stupid. I agree. I post stuff every once in a while in there, but it's a very toxic environment. I would even say it's more toxic than YouTube. TikTok is toxic. Rhymes. Kind of. Stan Tank. Hello, cool. Definitely definitely a Halloween film with the ticket from Last Action Hero being used. Michael comes to the real world. The Changeling still spooks me. Yeah, the Changeling. True story horror movies are my favorite. True story horror movies are my favorite. I love those too. I just get mad when I find out how much they changed from the real story. Like The Conjuring 1, The Conjuring 2, and The Conjuring 3, as much as I really love the 2 first ones, that third film could not have strayed away from the real story more. I mean, that really just gut punched me. I was like, dude, the real story was like 20,000 times scarier than what you put on screen. It's like, why didn't you just use the story of the real thing? And even The Conjuring 1 did a lot of things differently from the real story. I'm heading off. Take care. Nice chatting with you as always. Thank you so much, Lee. It's been very fun chatting with you too. Thank you so much for joining. I just watched TikTok for laughs, and that's unfortunate because, and that's awesome, but it's unfortunate because I last time I went on TikTok, it was nothing but just bullshit and drama, and it's just, I can't laugh at that. I would love to laugh at TikTok again. Have you seen Human Centipede? I have not. I don't know if I want to watch it. Any love for the Amityville horror series? Yeah, I have some love for it. I really enjoyed the first one. I actually enjoyed the second one even more, which actually was more based on the real story than I would say even the first one, but I really enjoyed the second one quite a bit. I really enjoyed the first one. The remake was actually a pretty creepy time. I mean, yeah, it does a lot of typical horror tropes, but it's kind of creepy. Yeah, the first 2 are the best ones. Stir of Echoes was a great movie. Stir of Echoes is one of my mom's favorite films of all time. Any true story, horror, or anything serial killer related are my favorites. Have you guys ever seen Monster, which is another kind of hidden gem? The movie Monster is crazy. My roommate also loves horror films, but true story ones freak her out. I know, right? After the end credits, you'll see based on a true story. I mostly watch pranks, boyfriend and girlfriend prank mostly. Yeah, my roommate also loves horror films. True stories freak her out. Finally, I talked to my fiance into watching the first Exorcist last night. How did that go, Nicole? How did that go? Hopefully it went very well. But yeah, I do like stuff based on true stories too. I just can't stand when they stray away from the real story so much because of Hollywood. And Hollywood would do that too. They'll just stray away from the real story. Just because. By the way, guys, thank you so much for the likes and views. By the way, I see a lot of people hopping on in here. Thank you so much for joining. We're just talking about movies that are based on true. Got a jet later, y'all. Thank you for joining us, dude. Thank you so much, man. I hope you have a great afternoon. Yeah, we're not going to be on for much longer. I think it's already been over an hour now. We're on an hour, so. Crime thriller related. What do you think of Seven? I actually have a movie reaction for Seven up on the channel if you want to go watch that. But I really enjoyed Seven. Actually, the Batman kind of reminded me of Seven in some places. Have you ever seen the Italian version Zombie called Zombie? No, but I own it, and I plan on doing a reaction to it at some point. It's going to probably be on Patreon as early access, though. We watched Cecil Hotel documentary, and she didn't want to watch because Elisa Lamb went to the same university as my roommate. Ooh. I remember when my dad told me that he used to grow up in the area where Halloween got filmed, and he was scared to go out at night. Yeah, it actually looks pretty spot on, just like, yeah, the actual place that Halloween was filmed. It's kind of cool. He liked it. He is finally coming around to watching horror movies with me. Well, that's good. Yeah, no, you just got to give him a shot. And I think you'll enjoy yourself a lot more. Oh, I will check that out. Hollywood Making sense, no action, and plot that contradicts each other. Yes. Yeah, I know, right? Hey, Philip, thank you for joining, man. I'm glad you can make it to the live stream. I think we're almost an hour in, but I'm happy you can make it. Elisa Lamb was the girl that was murdered. For those who don't know, yeah. I feel yep. I watched this drama about a vampire, romance, and horror. Ooh, really? Cooking. I makes sense, man. Makes sense. Actually, I'll be probably getting dinner here soon myself, so I get that 100%. It's already 6 in the afternoon where I'm at. 6 in the afternoon. Thank you guys for the likes. We're almost to 30 likes. Holy shit! Thank you so much. I really, really, utterly appreciate that. Let me take a sip of water. Fresh was a fun horror. Felt like a refreshing change of pace. I don't think I've seen Fresh. Close to my lunch break too. Let's get to that point. To eat. Interview with a Vampire is the best vampire movie I have ever seen. It's one of my personal favorites, but my personal favorite vampire film of all time is Fright Night, the original. It's 11 p.m. for me. Gosh, dang. Name's Jasmine. Did you just change your profile pic, Jasmine? That or it's another person. What's that? No, it's you. Okay. I saw the profile picture change. I was like, the real horror of this world is the depth of man would cause horror to fellow men. Unfortunately, the uncomfortable truth of the true life stories. 100% agree with you right there. Yes, Fright Night, so good. Thank you so much, Peachy, for joining. Sent a link to the Facebook about Kentucky cryptids. Oh, okay. I hated interview. I think, yeah, Philip. I think you told me you read the book and everything, and how you didn't like what they changed about the movie. Don't be sorry, man. It's all good. Can't make up my mind. It's all good. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Name's Jasmine. Yes, Fright Night's so good. Thank you so much for joining, Peachy. Let Me In is a cool vampire movie. I've seen Let Me In. I think the original is called Let the Right One In. I've seen Let Me In. Let Me In is a very good vampire film. Yeah, that's a good one. Book 100% better. Yeah, I think most people would agree with you. I bought Hell Night today. Looking forward to watching tomorrow. Oh hell yeah! Have you seen the Blair Witch movies? If so, which one did you like more? I've seen the original Blair Witch Project, and I've seen the 2015 reboot. The original one, hands down, the original one is the best of the Blair Witch Project films. It felt real. It felt real, and they did a very good job making it. How about Bram Stoker's Dracula? Bram Stoker's Dracula is in my top 5 favorite vampire films of all time. I love that film so much. Gary Oldman gives an underrated performance. I'll even go as far as saying underrated. I don't think that guy got enough credit for what he did in that movie. Bram Stoker's Dracula is amazing. I'm with Philip Holder on interview. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. As I said, like uh, every movie you watch is gonna have people who don't like it, and that's understandable. Even Forrest Gump, even Shawshank Redemption have haters. So I changed my profile pictures way too much. I think I'll keep this one. Hey, no, it's awesome. I haven't changed my profile pic. I've changed it several times myself actually. Yeah, I know. I didn't. I know. I didn't. I know he was. I didn't know he was Irish. Oh. Yes, very true. And sorry, I meant to write it without the if. Haha. Oh no, no, you're fine. You're fine, Pumpkin. Sounds like I just called you Pumpkin. Like I wasn't flirting. I'm surprised that they have not done another Blair Witch movie, especially nowadays with all the vlogging. I think they did, but the movie kind of bombed a little bit, and no one really gave it a good review. I think it got a lot of shit, but I think they tried. They tried to do something. Lars Van Anti. I know they made a video game not too long ago. Lars Van Antichrist is like the Blair Witch. Ooh. Oh, have you seen Blair Witch 2? If you haven't seen it, the Blair Witch movie, by far the best Blair Witch movie in my opinion, so underrated. I've heard some horrible things about it, but no, you're good. That's my name on here. Okay, I was just making sure. Flirting, you cheeky LOL. I'm too. Let's see. Wait, speaking of vampires, have you seen Sam and Colby's video where they explore Dracula's castle? I have. It's actually up on the channel right now. You have to go back a little bit, but you'll find it. If you go to my playlist of the Sam and Colby or the Paranormal Investigations playlist, you'll come across it at some point. So, I've reacted to a lot of Sam and Colby stuff. Even if the stuff that you haven't seen recently, it's probably on my channel somewhere. So you might just want to go do some research. You might come across it. My favorite vampire film is The Addiction. I don't think I've seen The Addiction. I've heard of it. I don't think I've seen it. 8. Hey, how are you doing, man? Thank you so much for joining. Hey, Jordan, what's up? Please react to Phase Rug, Return of Phase Rug Tunnel featuring Sam and Colby. I think a lot of people want me to react to that, don't they? I'll have to look it up, man. I'll have to look it up. Thank you so much for the recommendation. I think that's the second recommendation I've gotten on this live stream for that. I can't believe people like that 2015 Blair Witch over the second one. I haven't seen the second movie, so I might have to see that one. But I've only seen the reboot and the not reboot, but like the I guess requel kind of thing. I don't know. But John Carpenter just dropped the first song from the Firestarter reboot. What is your favorite John Carpenter theme? My favorite John Carpenter theme of all time is Halloween. I think the Halloween theme is so simple yet so effective. So I love the original Halloween theme so much. But I did not know he dropped the first song for Firestarter, so I'm gonna have to check that out because I'm a big John Carpenter fan. I'd love to see that guy do his stuff live. I seen the original and the book Shadows when both were fun. I seen the original and the book of Shadows one. Both were fun and different for reasons. Do you like Hellraiser and Ghoulies? I have not seen Ghoulies, but I love Hellraiser. I love the first Hellraiser. I should be very specific. I love the first Hellraiser. Not really a big fan of the second one. I've seen the first and second, but nothing more than that. The first time I seen Blair Witch, I had nightmares for weeks because I live in the wooded area. That'd do it. That would do it. Yeah. They only used 20,000 on the first Halloween, I think. Yeah, 20,000. Yeah, yeah. I have never watched it. No shame in that. No shame in that. Not a lot of people haven't. You'd be surprised. A lot of people haven't even seen Friday the 13th. A lot of people haven't even seen Nightmare on Elm Street. I mean, there are a lot of people who haven't seen a lot of horror films, or just film in general. So, I mean, I saw Saving Private Ryan for the first time last year. So, first and third Hellraisers are the only good ones. I heard the third one was a lot better than the second. I was told. The woods trigger you? They're scary, man. If you ever played Slender, imagine getting like a giant screen outside and playing Slender: The Arrival out there. I live in a wooded area too. I like Book of Shadows because the twist worked for me. Watching it first time, I knew what was really happening before the reveal. The Tim Curry had me afraid to bathe alone for years. Oh yeah. Yes, Cheyenne, you'd think I would move away from here. Yes, me too. For the first time I watched it, I lived right next to a forest. Oh god. Cenobites are scary as hell on Hellraiser. Oh yeah. On Helmraiser. A swig. Some guys on YouTube play Center in the Woods. It was funny. I'm gonna have to look that up now because I'm kind of curious to see that. That sounds like something the boys would do. I love the boys, by the way. The Josh Mully and narrator and all them. I love those guys. Those are some of the best YouTubers out there, in my opinion. I mean, Hellraiser. Sorry, no, you're fine, man. You're fine. You're fine. No worries. No worries. I had a feeling that's what you meant. I live in a peaceful town, gladly. Same here. What is an upcoming horror movie? You are looking forward to? Well, Halloween Ends isn't obvious. The Black Phone is one I'm very much looking forward to. I really can't wait to see X either. I know it's already out, but X is one I've been wanting to see. Men is another one I want to see. But I would say out of all those, Halloween Ends is probably the obvious pick for me because I just want to see how they're gonna wrap this up. I live in the wooded area all night, all my life. I'll send it to you, Jordan, if I can find it. Okay, thank you so much, Cheyenne. Jordan, have you seen a ghost with your own eyes? Yes. A demon, really. I have not seen like an actual person, but I have seen a demon before. Yeah. Very intense shit. And I will be telling that story at some point, so. There, I fixed my YouTube channel. Ghost Chillin', 3 a.m. Nice name. I like that. Final Destination. Pretty enjoyable. The first one I really enjoyed. I would love to move out of my area, but the rent is so cheap and I can't justify leaving. If you have cheap rent, I understand. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to those movies too. Yeah, it's a good list, right? It's a good list. But Yeah, definitely looking forward to Halloween Ends. I'm pretty sure my room is haunted. Ooh, I know my fucking house is haunted. Or have you ever seen a ghost with someone else's eyes? Have you ever seen a ghost with someone else's eyes? No. I grew up in levels of and there's reason to call it a hole. One road in. Oh, that's creepy. I'm just waiting for Sam and Colby season 2. Yeah, I know, right? I think a lot of people are, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who want to see my reactions to that. I'm gonna have to go back and watch older videos now since they don't have nothing new coming out for right now. But I think they're filming Sam and Colby season 2 right now. So do you believe in aliens? Yes, I do. I absolutely do. I absolutely do believe in aliens. The Escalon, I'm just playing. Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine, man. Jordan, where do you live? I live in Ohio. I live in Ohio. Me too. I am very excited. Excited for that too. What did Luna say? Yeah, Sam and Colby season 2. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. By the way, I see a lot of people are hopping on it. Hey guys, how are you doing? Comment in the comment section. Say hello. I don't know. I'm not a mean person. You should watch Sam's 3 a.m. challenge playlist. Okay. Nicole, are you going to do any more reactions to the overnight channel? Yes, I'm just taking a little bit of a break. I reacted to the overnight channel video, and then I did finish up Sam and Colby season 1. I'm gonna take a couple day break, then I'll head right back into it. I just got done editing the Batman, which almost took me 2 days to edit and then post. But I'm taking a little break on the Sam and Colby for just a couple days, but it will be coming back, so don't worry. All right, well, I'm eating ice cream cone, and I'm struggling to type right now, so I'm heading out. See you guys. Okay, Peachy, thank you so much for being a part of the live stream. I hope you enjoy that ice cream cone. Speaking of ice cream, my favorite ice cream in the world is probably... I like raspberry for some reason. I've been a big fan of raspberry ice cream. So, and I like chocolate chip mint. I thought I'd just throw that out there because why not? All right, we are an hour and 10 minutes into Friday night, guys. So, one sec. Fudge. Fudge. I always like vanilla. Chocolate chip mint is always a win. I love chocolate chip mint. I know a lot of people hate it, but I love it. No joke, I'm eating raspberry. That's awesome. I love raspberry ice cream. I have lived in my new apartment for 2 years. Remember the Whaley house? Apparently Sam and Colby are going back there since Elton never did. Ooh. Bubblegum is one of my favorite. Oh, I love bubblegum. The blue one, the blue bubblegum. Oh my god. Weeks now, miss my ghost. Okay, I love fudge pops. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end the live stream. Friday Fright Night this week. We'll come back next week and we'll do another hour live stream. So, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are really enjoying the channel so far. I hope you guys are enjoying the Batman reaction. If you have not watched the Batman reaction, the reaction is now up on the channel. So if you guys want to do it, that took me so long to edit. So I've always loved hearing what people have to say about my movie reactions. And if they have an opinion about the movie, please comment. I really would appreciate it. You can watch the full-length reaction now up on Patreon. I will be posting the John Wayne Gacy tapes probably soon, so keep an eye out for that. Had lots of fun. Have a good night. Thank you so much, Pumpkin. Have a good night, Ian. Ash Clown, thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate your support, man. Thank you for the $2. You did not have to do that. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, have a great Friday, and I'll check you guys out in the next video. Take care.